welcome viewers. You're watching To The Point. I am Preeti Choudhry. We get into our big debate and it comes in from Bihar, the CWC of the Congress party taking place in Bihar, a two-day meeting of the NDA in Bihar. Breaking it all down for you, but first up, as usual, allow me to take you through the headlines. Four dead and over 70 injured over violent statehood protests in Ladakh. Activist Sonam Wangchuk breaks his hunger strike and appeals for peace. Curfew imposed, gathering of more than 5 people banned. First big arrest in Pahalgam attacks. Key LET operative Mohammad Kataria's arrest by J&K police. Kataria allegedly to have given logistical support to Pahalgam terrorists. Hunt for head of prominent ashram in Delhi intensifies after 17 girls accuse him of molestation and blackmail. WhatsApp chats reveal he promised foreign trips to girls and summoned them to his room late at night. Pujo fever in Kolkata, drowning under civic apathy. Parts of City of Joy remain flooded after heavy rains. At least 10 deaths reported. Mega showdown over potholes in Bengaluru. BJP netas take to the streets against Congress government in Karnataka. Bengaluru BJP MLA fills potholes as a sign of protest. Karnataka High Court rejects plea by X challenging centre's takedown orders. High Court asks X to comply with laws in India, says regulation of social media is the need of the hour. All right, viewers, let's quickly get you up to speed with the latest news break that is coming in. Top sources say discussion of NDA parties will take place in the first week of October on seat-sharing arrangements where it comes down to Bihar. As we speak, viewers, there's a two-day meet of the NDA that is taking place in Bihar alongside the CWC that has taken place after many decades of the Congress Working Committee meeting in the state of Bihar as well. But all eyes on the NDA. There is much that has been discussed in terms of what will be the seat-sharing arrangement. Each ally of the NDA unit, where it comes down to Bihar, demanding for the proverbial pound of flesh when it comes down to their seat share. We've been given to understand the first week of October is when discussions will take place. The meeting will happen in Delhi. So all players where the NDA in Bihar is concerned will be in the national capital discussing the way ahead when it comes down to seat sharing. As of now, no discussion on seat sharing for Bihar Assembly polls has taken place. All right, viewers, let's quickly cut across now to the latest developments coming in from the state of Bihar. You have at one end the CWC, the Congress Working Committee meeting in Bihar. The NDA has turned around and said this is all because the Congress is trying to muscle flex, primarily wanting more number of seats in their alliance where the Mahagathbandhan is Bihar is concerned. The Congress has turned around and says, don't be scared. Well, this is how it all played out.
85 years later, Congress is back in Bihar with a working committee meeting. The Grand Old Party hopes to ride the success of recently concluded Vote Chori Yatra along with its allies, especially RJD. India Alliance tries to chip in the NDA unity by targeting the current Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar. Setting the tone for the Bihar poll campaign, Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge on Wednesday said the BJP has mentally retired Chief Minister Nitish Kumar and considers him to be a liability.
पहले आया राम गया राम हरियाणा में शुरू हुआ, अब यहाँ पर जो है बिहार में भी आया नीतीश गया नीतीश ये शुरू हो गया। तो इसीलिए अब एक बार गया तो उसको जाने दो।
The Extended Congress Working Committee meeting in poll-bound Bihar is focused on SIR irregularities, along with election transparency and independence of Election Commission.
खड़गे जी जो बोल रहे हैं वो जनभावना जो है उसको व्यक्त कर रहे हैं, और राहुल जी की अभी निकली थी वोट अधिकार यात्रा, उसमें जो लोगों ने भागीदारी दिखाई है और जो लोग आज ऊब चुके हैं, आज बेरोजगार किसान, अभी बाढ़ इतनी आई प्रदेश में, कोई मदद नहीं मिल पाई, तो बिहार के लोग बदलाव चाहते हैं और बदलाव में बेहतर विकल्प हमारा महागठबंधन है। हम लोग ना तो वोट चोरी होने देंगे, सामाजिक न्याय को, किसान को, नौजवान को हम लोग आगे रखकर चुनाव लड़ने जा रहे हैं।
BJP, on the other hand, is holding 2 days meeting with district level leaders to finalize a potential candidates list for the coming assembly election. NDA leaders, meanwhile, took a dig at Congress for deciding to return to Bihar after more than 8 decades, calling it a futile attempt to claim any position in the coming Bihar assembly election.
कांग्रेस में इतनी हिम्मत ही नहीं है ना, दिक्कत तो ये है भैया, देश की सबसे पुरानी पार्टी है। आप लड़के तो देखिए एक बार बिहार में अकेले चुनाव, खोने के लिए है क्या आपके पास? पर उसके बावजूद भी अकेले चुनाव लड़ने की हिम्मत ना कांग्रेस जैसी देश की सबसे पुरानी पार्टी, ना राजद जैसी जो कि बिहार की सबसे पुरानी पार्टियों में से एक है।
The dates for election are yet to be announced, but battle lines in Bihar are drawn and both sides have already taken their war positions in the battleground. With Mausami Singh in Patna, Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, the battleground of Bihar wide open. What to expect? The Congress's CWC has culminated this evening and after many years taking place in Bihar, the NDA practically suggesting all an attempt to muscle flex, all not well where the Mahagathbandhan is concerned. On the other hand, the NDA also holding a 2-day meet. But word coming in where the NDA is concerned, the first week of October is going to be crucial because Delhi will decide the seat sharing arrangement. Meanwhile, let's cut across to our panelists this evening. Joining me, Dr. Manisha Priyam, political analyst, knows thing more or two than most of us when it comes down to the state of Bihar. Professor Naval Kishore, spokesperson RJD, Rajiv Ranjanji, national spokesperson JDU, Dr. Syed Zafar Islam, national spokesperson political and economic affairs BJP. Dr. Pooja Tripathi, spokesperson Congress. Dr. Manisha Priyam, lots of doctors today on the panel. But Dr. Manisha Priyam, let's begin with you. Quick assessment, Dr. Priyam. At one end, the CWC of the Congress taking place, a 2-day meeting parallel of NDA. In the midst of it all, Dr. Manisha Priyam, is Prashant Kishore, who's come up with his own chitta saying that you have usurped land, which is, of course, the NDA leaders.
So you can clearly see that, the battle lines are clearly aligned. It's a battle between the Mahagathbandhan, led this time by the Congress party, ideologically at least, and on the other side, the NDA, led by the BJP very clearly. And you have a startup, really, in Prashant Kishore's, what should I call it, the munch. Not a political party as yet to test political waters. And remember, he's a past master, having fought so many elections since 2014. His is now more than a decade-long engagement with the new format of politics in the social media era, and he knows how to play it well. His early degree and the Lalu Raj, then suddenly you find that he's now switched gears because the early issues he was raising with the people, padhai, likhai, dawai, they were being raised by the Jan Adhikar Yatra that was led by the Congress party and the RJD. So then he now switches gears, and now you see him frontally attack the state level leaders of the BJP and the JDU, as yet the top brass of the BJP in the center in Delhi, not the target of attack of Prashant Kishore. So clearly political battle lines arranged between two Gathbandhans and one startup in the era of the social media. As far as the Mahagathbandhan is concerned, I think huge historic picture making with lots of centuries behind them, the Congress party. But I wonder whether they've been able to put up the pictures of all their chief ministers. The second or third last one, Jagannath Mishra, a dabbling candidate having been accused in the fodder scam case, was the Congress party chief minister. His son is now with the BJP. So whether the Congress can claim the legacy of the entire history, that's to be seen, but a very brave step. This is an undoing
Okay.
of the Sitaram
Ma'am, your
Kesari
2-minute
model.
timer is up. I just want to remind all our panelists that each of our panelists, so they get uninterrupted time, get a 2-minute timer on them. They can put their points ahead and then we'll come and circle back to them. I want to bring in right now the Congress spokesperson, because the Congress had its CWC in the state of Bihar after many decades, Dr. Tripathi, and today was a day where, of course, at one end, the charge is that Congress only remembers a state for a CWC if an election is in order. But that aside, the charge is that you want a muscle flex in Patna, in Bihar, where Mahagathbandhan is concerned, so you can get, or at least maneuver to get more seats.
So I think this is all media created hype, Preeti. Can I take a second and tell I really love the baritone of Dr. Priyam, and she had a very strong voice. But 85 years later, after the Ramgarh AICC session, where the theory of constitutional body was created, and Gandhiji, Ambedkar, Baba Saheb Ambedkar ji, Patel, Nehru, everyone came up to the idea of one person, one vote. It's not a muscle flex to claim more seats. Mahagathbandhan is in a very strong position compared to NDA, where Nitish Kumar is every day losing his sleep over. He may not be a Eknath Shinde too. LJP has given, Chirag Paswan has given a forthright warning कि अगर हमें सम्मानजनक सीट नहीं मिली तो हम आगे की रणनीति पर सोचेंगे. जितना मांझी and Chirag Paswan have this dog fights every day in the open, but Mahagathbandhan is in a very safe seat. The seat sharing will be discussed, and what CWC today was historic, because post independence we were meeting for the first time in the same Sadakat Ashram that has seen the whole freedom struggle in its own glory and in its own in its own heights, I'll say. And that's where we passed resolution against everything that's impacting the people of Bihar, or people of India in particular. The onslaught of GST, unimaginable rates of GST, and now when they should apologize for derailing the economy, destroying MSMEs and loss of livelihood and jobs, they're actually asking you to do thank you Modi ji and do a bachat utsav. The way job people are being thrashed, the youth is being thrashed outside the BJP office in Patna, and at the streets of Uttarakhand too. Uttarakhand for the paper leaks and here for the jobs, and that's how the youth is being treated in the country. They're looking at a foreign policy which is in doldrums. So thank you Narendra. A message trumps over the almost murderous tariff charges and H1B visa changes, and our tilt to China is how they are doing it. We have no clue. And sir exercise, and then again today we also launched the Sankalp Naya Patra for the
Okay.
Ati
Dr. Tripathi, your time is up. I want to bring in Dr. Zafar Islam. Like I said, many doctors there, always welcome to have them. But Dr. Islam, to bring you in on this, you might say that the Congress is trying to muscle flex to try and manipulate on more seats. You have your own partner, which is Chirag Paswan, who's actually challenged the Congress to go it alone. But the larger question is, when it comes down to seat sharing, it's not a conundrum that just lies with the Mahagathbandhan. Your own alliance is torn when it comes to the number of seats. You have a Chirag Paswan who's bargaining for an X number. You have a JDU, and then you also need to keep your own lot. And in the midst of it are smaller players.
Well, let me first tell you very candidly that when you call it Mahagathbandhan, after a few days, you will have to call it Mahagatbandhan, because the infighting between this Mahagathbandhan partners, Congress party and particularly RJD, is now out in public. The Congress party wants more than 70 seats. Last time they fought 70 seats. They want more than 70 seats. And claiming that Padyatra and Sadayatra they have done, and they become entitled. They are now entitled for more seats than what they have fought last time. And Tejasvi Yadav, he knows very well that Congress is a liability. They are trying to piggy bank on his shoulder or his back. So he very wisely has said that we will give you 25 to 30 seats. And that is something which is becoming a bone of contention between the two Mahagatbandhan parties, and you will see that this fight will be on the street between the two alliance partners sooner than later, because Congress party says that Rahul Gandhi is a leader which everyone understands, but fact is Tejasvi knows that no one understands, that no one is able to relate with Rahul Gandhi, because he has been given notes, and notes, I don't know who prepares the note, but when he speaks to the people, everyone knows that he speaks something which is doesn't make sense, and that's why his own party lieutenants are overly concerned, and they make this kind of statement. Yesterday, Manish Tiwari made a statement, and very clearly that his entitlement is based on certain reason. That reason is because it comes from the first family, even though his caliber, his stature, or his contribution does not entitle him to become even a member of parliament or to get a ticket for becoming a member of parliament. That is something which his own party lieutenants are indicating. As far as NDA is concerned, you have
Dr.
seen
Islam,
in the past.
your time is up, sir.
Yeah,
I'll circle back to you. You talk about, sir, you talk about the Congress, but if you go by the strike rate, the Congress's strike rate really wasn't bad where the Lok Sabha elections were concerned in Bihar. But I'll come back to you. I want to bring in our other two guests, Professor Naval Kishore and Rajiv Ranjan. Professor Kishore, all of this is being viewed today, the Congress in Patna, that ultimately it's going to come down to the number of seats that the Congress might want. It might be a lot more than what you're comfortable with. And number two, it's also, Naval Kishore ji, have not been announced in terms of the chief ministerial candidate, because there has been a push by the RJD, especially during the vote chori yatra of Rahul Gandhi and Tejasvi ji, where multiple times you had Tejasvi Yadav literally pushing Rahul Gandhi to make the announcement of him being as the CM face. That still hasn't happened.
Preeti ji, multiple time is not important. What is important in politics is appropriate time. And on appropriate time, it will be announced. I can tell you, he is going to be the only face who can be a chief ministerial face. And you can see the reflection. He is chairman of coordination committee. He is leader of opposition. He was deputy chief minister in the past 5 years. You can see the record. This is not a hidden fact. It is already there in the public domain. What is important for us is the change of government that is going to reflect the change of the status of the people itself. And the people are looking to Tejasvi ji because they have seen him working on the basis of delivery in the past 17 months his tenure. They have seen that how the appointment letter was delivered in Gandhi Maidan. It was a historical moment that 5 lakhs people got this employment, and 3.5 lakhs were brought to the process. There were so many things which can be said about the 17 months. But if you ask them to explain what they have done in the past 17 months where NDA is there, they will have to say nothing. It is only that they are trying to imitate whatever announcement that we are making in terms of the pension yojana, in terms of the women, everything being taken and grabbed by NDA at the last moment. People understand that what is the compulsion that after 20 years, you are raising pension from 400 to 1100s. And similar are the cases that relates to youth commission and everything that NDA is doing. So what is our take is that we are going to take Bihar into a new phase of economic justice. Having record of social justice in the past, we are working for economic justice, and we will deliver when we get the opportunity. And we are surely, if the Bihar people are reflecting.
All right, sir, Professor Kishore, your time is up. I'll come back to you, sir. Allow me to come back to you. Your 2 minutes are over. I want to bring in Rajiv Ranjan ji, who is also waiting patiently. Rajiv Ranjan ji, इसमें सवाल ये नहीं है कि कांग्रेस को कितनी मिलनी है या तेजस्वी जी का नाम क्यों नहीं अनाउंस हो रहा है. इसमें एक बड़ा सवाल है कि आप अपना ही देख लीजिए, क्योंकि सीट शेयरिंग में सिर्फ महागठबंधन को दिक्कत नहीं हो रही है, बहुत सारी दिक्कत जो एनडीए अलायंस है उधर भी हो रही है, आपकी पार्टी को भी हो रही है, बीजेपी को भी हो रही है, और एलजेपी जो इस बार काफी लंबा मोटा चंग चाह रही है उनको भी हो रही है.
देखिए प्रीति जी, आपने चूंकि ये बताया कि मेनी डिकेड्स के बाद ये सीडब्ल्यूसी हो रहा है, कांग्रेस क्यों नहीं साहस जुटा पाई बिहार में सीडब्ल्यूसी करने की? इसकी वजह इसका एक ऐतिहासिक पक्ष है. जब 1940 में रामगढ़ का ये सेशन हो रहा था, कांग्रेस के सबसे बड़े कद के नेता महात्मा गांधी के बाद नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस ने कांग्रेस से राहें जुदा करने का फैसला कर लिया था, और उन्होंने एक समानांतर वहां अधिवेशन आयोजित किया. और उसके बाद जिस तरह से कांग्रेस का वैचारिक पतन हुआ, 6 दशकों तक सरकारें रही, लेकिन उनका नैतिक और वैचारिक पतन शुरू हो गया. अब मैं इस पूरे घटनाक्रम पर एनडीए को लेकर के मैं एक बात आपको कह दूं, हर पार्टी अपनी इच्छा जाहिर करती है, लेकिन एनडीए में सीट शेयरिंग किसी असमंजस या असहमति के आसार जो लोग भी ढूंढ रहे हैं उनको निराशा हुई। और मैं केवल इतनी बात नहीं कर रहा हूं, मिलकर लड़ेंगे और शानदार जीत भी हासिल करेंगे। अगर 225 सीटों का लक्ष्य है तो जिस करिश्माई नेता के नेतृत्व में हम यह चुनाव लड़ने जा रहे हैं वो जांचा परखा नेता है। और जो अलायंसेस को लेकर के खड़गे जी ने नीतीश कुमार जी पर जो सवाल खड़े किए और उनको कई तरह के उनके अवस्था को लेकर के बातें कही, मैं इतना जरूर कहना चाहूंगा, उम्र में तो वो सबसे बड़े हैं, वो मोदी जी से भी बड़े हैं और नीतीश जी से भी बड़े हैं। तो सेहत को लेकर के ऐसी बातें इस उम्र के पड़ाव पर कम से कम देश की जनता की अपेक्षाएं नहीं है। नीतीश कुमार जी से जो वो सीख सकते हैं बड़ी उम्र में भी होकर के कि कैसे एक फेल्ड स्टेट को उन्होंने देश की सम्मानजनक ऊंचाइयों पर पहुंचाया, ये जो अनुकरणीय काम है ये कांग्रेस के नेताओं को सीखना चाहिए, जिसको इन्होंने इंटरनल कॉलोनी माना था अपने शासन के 6 दशकों।
ओके राजीव रंजन जी, टाइम खत्म हो गया, आपके पास फिर आएंगे। आई थिंक वी आर हैविंग अ बिट ऑफ एन वीडियो कनेक्ट इशू विद डॉक्टर मनीषा प्रियम। द मिनट वी हैव हर, आई एम गोइंग टू गो टू हर, बट फाइनल कमेंट्स फ्रॉम ऑल आवर व्यूअर्स, 2 minutes each. I want to begin with Dr. Pooja Tripathi. Dr. Tripathi, Rajiv Ranjan, they're giving a lesson or two, not just in political etiquette, but also political efficiency and efficacy in terms of Kharge ji attacking Nitish Kumar ji.
I think it's not just Kharge ji who's attacking Nitish Kumar. Look at how these the panelists across your panel, the spectrum of panelists. There's everybody speaking about Bihar, but Bharatiya Janata Party spokesperson is obsessed about Rahul Gandhi. It's not an election for who is more obsessed about Rahul Gandhi. It's an election for Bihar, and that's what the whole question is. The Bihar youth are asking, where are the jobs? I'll go back to the Sankalpa Patra of Bharatiya Janata Party in 2020. When you teach us political efficiency and adequacy, we don't really need lessons on Gandhi ji, on Bose, on Nehru and Patel and Baba Saheb Ambedkar, because these are the towering giants on whose our legacy stands on. And despite all their differences, what stands them apart is, they both had immense respect for Mahatma Gandhi. All his he took a alag path, he took his a different path, but every day he had his utmost respect for Gandhiji and Nehruji, and that's what politics was all about. It was not about bringing your mother into politics. मेरी माँ का सम्मान नहीं हुआ, उसके लिए बिहार बंद हो जाए, और बिहार बंद में माँ बहन की गालियां हो रही हैं. It was not that thing. And when we say the youth is asking कि मोतिहारी में जब 2020 में मोदी जी ने कहा था कि यही की चाय पीऊंगा, where is the sugar mill? People are asking when will the OPD in Darbhanga AIIMS start? When will the 192 bridges that are being collapsing day in and day out, when will they be repaired? 1 crore self-help groups were promised in 2020. Where are they? 17 lakh jobs were promised in 2020. BJP Nyay Patra, Sankalp Patra in 2020. Where are they? You just bringing in things, and what Kharge ji said is there for everyone to see. It's not just, it's their allies are also talking about, and that's why I said Nitish is losing sleep over he may not be turned into Eknath Shinde too, and Mahagathbandhan is very solid, and I would really take a leaf out of Professor Naval Kishore, and I really liked how Tejaswi's whole campaign is around.
Dr. Tripathi, your time is up. I want to bring in Dr. Manisha Priyam to encapsulate for us, Dr. Priyam, because right now where you're standing at the crossroads, elections still over a month away, what are the issues that lie with the Mahagathbandhan and those for the NDA? Can you detail that for our viewers?
So I think the first thing about the NDA right now is that there is no Nitish Kumar at the helm. For all the elections I have seen, it has been Bihar mein Bahar hai, phir se Nitish Kumar hai, Nitish's Nishchay, etc. Now here is a silent chief minister. And I think the best cover-up of Bihari politics has been that it's the chief minister who's unwell at the sunset of his political career and very respected. For me, I have a lot of praise for a lot of things done, especially until 2015. But I don't know why political change has not been possible. So what is the leadership? Is the Prime Minister going to fight the election for Bihar? So the JDU is particularly leaderless, and any amount of speculation as to who rules the JDU, whether it's the BJP B team or whatever is happening, is for the JDU to tell us, but I clearly don't understand what's up there. Now for Chirag Paswan to come and make those statements, let him turn back and see how many seats they are able to fight on their own. And I think the issues of Bandhan, etc., Jagdeep Chokarji is dead. Otherwise, he would have pointed out to you that how many of those are released, even those who Nitish had convicted with fast track courts on the eve of the election, even our darling NDA has released a lot of them. I, as a Bihari, know there is a month ahead. I will not say it today, but I think everybody must be thinking, including former Home Secretary R.K. Singh, who spilled the beans. As far as the Mahagathbandhan is concerned, I think the real issue is whether the Congress will be able to pick up an organizational strength or not. I mean, the RJD remains in pole position, but didn't do so well in the Lok Sabha elections, did well in the earlier assembly elections. So one can remain, somewhere in between. The CPIML does very well on the southern banks of the Ganges. They've done very well in the Lok Sabha elections. And Rahul Gandhi's yatra has done well. He's certainly
Dr.
a marked
Priyam,
leader.
Okay. Ma'am, your time is up. We'll try and give you a little bit more after the, if we have time. But Dr. Syed Zafar Islam, as elucidated by Dr. Manisha Priyam as well, if there are fault lines between the Mahagathbandhan, at the cost of repeating myself, there are enough fault lines that exist within the NDA camp as well. And one of those biggest ones happens to be the person who is in charge of the state of Bihar. And I'll ask the same question to Rajiv Ranjan ji as well, which is Nitish Kumar.
Well, there is absolutely no fault line as far as India is concerned, because it's a very cohesive group. We understand what is the responsibility each party has. As a group, what is the responsibility? Together we have to deliver and serve the people of the state. We are continuously focusing on people, their expectation and our delivery. And that is something which has worked for us in every other state and in the general election as well. So we are not overly concerned, rather we are not concerned at all about whether RJD and Mahagathbandhan partners, they have undertaken yatras and they are pursuing XYZ, because we know exactly that despite their best effort, they all know that they are the people who have actually misled the people of Bihar, mistreated the people of Bihar and did nothing for the people of Bihar. So all the blessing, the confidence, the support, actually people of Bihar's support is for the Bharatiya Janata Party and NDA partners, and we are absolutely confident that we will have not edge, we will have massive edge over Mahagatbandhan parties or group. As far as the Nitish Kumar is concerned, I mean, his stature, his approach, his acceptability, his vision, everything has worked for Bihar. And the people of Bihar are extremely happy seeing him as the leader of the government. And we are fighting this election under his leadership, and from the state and the center, from the center, it is the Honorable Prime Minister. So together, two big face for in Bihar will make all the difference for the NDA.
Okay. Dr. Islam, sir, your time is up. I want to bring in Professor Naval Kishore into this conversation from the RJD. Professor Kishore, you have said it's not about multiple times that Rahul Gandhi has been pushed to make the announcement that Tejasvi Yadav will be the chosen choice as a chief ministerial face. It is an appropriate time. When is that appropriate time, sir? Number one. And number two, especially when it comes down to seat sharing, because there is a lot of pulls and tugs where that is concerned.
Preeti ji, it is fast approaching. You will soon hear the name of Tejasvi ji. And if you look at the map of Bihar, political map of Bihar, you will hear the sound from every corner that Tejasvi is going to be the next CM of Bihar, not because of anything else, but the way he has proven, he has delivered in the past 17 months, that has become the talk of the town. And everybody know that job means Tejasvi Yadav. Everybody know that if there has to be change in Bihar, it is only possible under the leadership of Tejasvi Yadav, because he has delivered so. And everybody has suffered in the past 20 years. You must know that it took 20 years to raise pension 400 from 400 to 1100. It took 20 years to move the changes relating to women. It took 20 years to bring changes about the youth. So everything that people have been informed and they know that, and that is the reason why on the roads of Bihar, when Tejaswiji comes out, everyone comes and approaches as a leader of Bihar. So we are completely confident that the alliance, that is Mahagathbandhan, is going to have maha impact on the politics of Bihar, and the way it has been seen, it is clearly seen. So whatever we are saying, you can also see that whatever announcement that we are making, this government is only implementing those things. It says that they do not have any ideology, they do not have any development idea. They are only trying to imitate, only to answer the anti-incumbency in the past 20 years. They have nothing new to say. Therefore, they are taking our announcement and approaching halfway. In place of 200 units of electricity, they are announcing 125. In place of 1500 pension, they are announcing 1100. That shows that how helpless Nitish Kumar and BJP is in the front of Bihar, and that is how the change is going to come.
All right, Professor Kishore, your time is up, sir. I want to quickly bring in Rajiv Ranjanji for a final comment. I'm afraid we won't have the time to go on for further comments on this. But Rajiv Ranjanji, चाहे आप चाहें या ना चाहें, नीतीश कुमार जी की स्वास्थ्य मुद्दा बन रहा है। राजीव रंजन जी, पहले आपके खुद के अलाइज ने उठाया था, अब नहीं उठा रहे हैं, जैसे चिराग पासवान जी। पर इस बार जो महागठबंधन है बार बार नीतीश कुमार जी के स्वास्थ्य के बारे में बात कर रहा है। अब प्रशांत किशोर जी ओपनली अटैक कर रहे हैं।
देखिए, नीतीश कुमार जी एनडीए के अनचैलेंज लीडर, सबकी सहमति से वो नेता हैं, उनके नेतृत्व में हम चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं और पूरे बिहार में प्रो इनकम्बेंसी की लहर। जो एंटी इनकम्बेंसी की बात करने वाले लोग हैं उनको इस बार के मैंडेट से जवाब भी मिल जाए, पहली बार। और नीतीश कुमार जी एक विजनरी लीडर है, जिन लोगों ने यूनिवर्सिटी की शक्ल को भी नहीं देखा, अब उनकी पार्टी के लोग क्या कहेंगे कि नीतीश कुमार जी कॉपी करते। हैरानी होती है, बिहार की ये जो शानदार सड़कें, फ्लाईओवर्स, जो ये 40 यूनिवर्सिटीज, 38 इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेजेस, एम्स, यहाँ 4 एयरपोर्ट है, या पूरे बिहार में आज बिजली से लेकर के जो जितनी बातें कह रहे हैं, ये लालटेन इनका सिंबल किस लिए था? इसलिए कि ये लालटेन से आगे ले नहीं जा रहे थे बिहार को। 700 मेगावाट बिजली की खपत बिहार में थी, आज 8800 मेगावाट बिजली यहाँ पर बिहार में खपत हो रही है और ये बढ़ता जा रहा है। देखिए, मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूँ, जो लोग अभी मनीषा पीएम जी ने भी बहुत सारी बातें, बिहार के एनडीए के जो 243 असेंबली कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसीज में जो कॉन्फ्रेंसेज हो रहे हैं, वहां जो नारे लगते हैं 25 से 30 फिर से नीतीश और हमें चाहिए 225, और ये नारे जनता दल यूनाइटेड के नेता नहीं लगाते, ये लगाते हैं पांचों दलों के टॉप लीडर्स। क्योंकि ये कई टीम्स बिहार में घूम रही हैं, उसमें एक टीम का सदस्य मैं भी हूं, और जो जमीनी तौर पर नीतीश कुमार जी की स्वीकार्यता है उस पर सवाल खड़े करने में स्टूडियो में आप बातें कर सकते हैं। और मैं किसी की बातों का बुरा इसलिए नहीं मानता हूं कि हम लोग मैंडेट से हर बार जवाब देते हैं, ऐसे सवाल हर चुनाव के पहले ये फातिया पढ़ा जाता है और नीतीश कुमार जी चुनाव जीत करके आ जाते हैं, तो ये कोई नई बात नहीं है। जी
राजीव जी, आपका वक्त खत्म हो गया है, बट एक बात तय है जी, नीतीश कुमार अभी भी पॉपुलर हैं बिहार में, ऐसी बात नहीं है पॉपुलर हैं, पर हाँ स्वास्थ्य के बारे में बात उठ रही है, आपने उनका डिफेंड किया। थैंक यू ऑल आवर गेस्ट्स फॉर जॉइनिंग अस ऑन दिस डिबेट, बिकॉज़ इट्स ओनली गोना हीट अप इन टाइम्स टू कम, एंड टू द पॉइंट विल बी कवरिंग एवरी एस्पेक्ट, एवरी facet of this election very closely from the ground and also from the studio. Okay, we're going to shift focus right now to Hong Kong and southern China, which has been hit by one of the most catastrophic typhoons ever. Typhoon Ragasa has unleashed one of the fiercest storm and winds where China and Hong Kong is concerned. Rescue teams are racing against time, where entire neighborhoods, colonies are completely inundated. Devastating visuals coming in.
The fiercest storm of the year unleashed its wrath on South China and Hong Kong. Typhoon Ragasa bringing relentless winds, devastating floods and deadly landslides. As millions face the storm's fury, entire communities have been submerged, shattered and fighting for survival. Typhoon Ragasa, the most powerful tropical cyclone of the year, tore through southern China, leaving destruction in its wake. Hong Kong faced ferocious winds and surging floodwaters that broke hotels and swept into city streets, forcing emergency shutdowns and widespread evacuations. A massive landslide ripped open a city street, swallowing vehicles and creating a dangerous chasm, while Taiwan's Guangfu township prepared for fresh deluges, with residents rushing to safety as sirens blared.
Most of the typhoons, when they develop in the Western Pacific, then they move towards the west. And the typhoon can continue to develop if it doesn't get impeded by land or by other dry air and so on. So this time, Ragasa developed in the Western Pacific and then moved through the Luzon Strait over very warm waters and under favorable atmospheric conditions. And so therefore it gets unimpeded as it goes through the Luzon Strait and go right straight into the South China Sea. And because of that, it can continue to develop and therefore became the strongest typhoon this year to hit China.
China's marine authorities issued the highest red wave warning, forecasting storm surges up to 9 feet in the populous Pearl River Delta. Authorities are facing against time to protect millions.
Now there's almost no wind. Mangkut in 2018 was much stronger. I could feel the difference, but now I feel like everything is as usual.
Businesses suffered heavy losses as floodwaters swept through markets and homes. In Shenzhen, cleanup efforts have begun, but damage is extensive.
The government told us to evacuate vertically, just to stay on the second or the third floor for those of us who were not directly in the path of the water.
Typhoon Ragasa's fury is a stark reminder of nature's power. As floodwaters recede and skies begin to clear, the true cost of Ragasa's destruction comes into focus. Homes lost, lives upended, and a long road to recovery ahead. But in the face of nature's fury, resilience shines the brightest. Bureau Report, India Today.
Keep a keen eye on all developments coming in from China and Hong Kong, viewers. But that's the end of To The Point. But I'm going to leave you with a very special interview that was done by my colleague Maria Shakil with the latest National Award winner, Vikrant Massey.
After having received National Film Award, Vikrant, has it sunk in?
Not yet. Hasn't sunk in yet. ये कल की ही बात है. And here we are chatting about it. And अभी तक sink in हुआ नहीं. थोड़ा समय लगेगा मेरे ख्याल से. A long awaited dream has been fulfilled. But as I always say, that the journey has only just begun now.
Would you say that this is a dual recognition? First, for you personally, because it's the best actor, and also for the film, 12th Fail?
Yes. It's a great honor. I think I've said this before as well, that winning the national award or even being considered for the National Film Awards, I think is an achievement in itself. In such a large country, we speak about the Hindi film industry, but today, the lines have blurred. We talk about regional cinema as well. The amount of films we make, we're making more than 5,000 films in 365 days. And to be conferred with the Best Actor Award and also the Best Film, I mean, out of 5,000 or more than 5,000 films, to be recognized by the honorable government, I think it's an achievement that everyone dreams of.
Would you say that this is a validation, but also a responsibility.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Vinod sir and I were chatting the other day, in fact, that it's going to be more challenging to go out there and represent the common man, be the voice for the voiceless after this recognition. He's won 6 national awards. My journey's only just begun. But even sort of the fact that you've been conferred with the National Film Award, there is a certain privilege. There is that pedestal you've been put on by the people of your country, and you have to go out there, represent them, and there is, with great power comes great responsibility. And so once this sinks in, once I'm able to sort of go back to ground zero after this, the idea is to continue the journey, is to go out there and represent the common man.
And a 20-year-old boy's dream has come true, and it's a privilege that your first national award is with an icon. Those are your words.
Yes.
And you were sitting next to Shah Rukh Khan, Rani Mukherjee. Yeah. And I remember all of you looking at the medal and looking at it with great admiration, and rightly so.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is an honor to be sharing the Best Actor award with Mr. Shah Rukh Khan. He's a once-in-a-lifetime legend. To be seated next to him, to be mentioned in the same breath as him for the National Film Award this year was something which you can only dream of. And while we were seated there, it was our first National Film Award, even Rani ma'am, Shah Rukh sir and me. And the moment we got back and Shah Rukh sir was like, I want to wear this. And he has that childlike quality within him, and that's probably what keeps him going day in, day out. And all of us really wanted to touch it and feel it, and we took it out, we wore it, and I mean, it was something we wanted to sort of cherish there and then at that point in time.
National Film Award, Vikrant, has it sunk in?
Winning the National Award or even being considered for the National Film Awards, I think is an achievement in itself.
You were sitting next to Shah Rukh Khan, Rani Mukherjee.
It definitely is an honor to be sharing the Best Actor award with Mr. Shah Rukh Khan.
What happened to that public statement that you had put out? Is there some character that you're really itching to play? Vikrant Massey has to prioritize an offer which has come in from South India versus Bollywood. What will you do? It's often said that perhaps South's storytelling ethos is better than Bollywood.
I disagree.